How are you doing out there? Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping in. This is going to be pretty brief. Uh, this is a very exciting day for me. It's a exciting day pretty much all the time, but today is an exciting day. Um, as I've said in the past, I'm working on a couple of things. The information I have to share with you today is super pertinent. It's the one thing that you have to develop. This one skill, dude, when you master it, when you truly have it in place, you're talking about being successful in ways that are unimaginable. The things that you're capable of doing, the way that you're possible of achieving any goals that you may have, when you master this, it's going to be so amazing. There are four cornerstones, and we're going to talk about them real quick. We're going to let you know how developing these cornerstones are going to help you to be able to master anything that you want to do moving forward. And these are the four cornerstones of discipline. Again, thank you for stopping in, guys. I've always spoken about this before. I'll make sure to leave some information in the bio about how you can get access to more of my information, more of my study, and how you develop your discipline dividend. Okay. Here is what it is, though. It's real simple. So, I used to believe there were two, right? So, but as you start to develop and you start to work on the first two cornerstones that I said everyone should be aware of and should be using, those first two cornerstones um, were consistency and repetition. Those I said are the two cornerstones that you use to um, develop discipline. There are two more. Now, they sound very similar. So the first two, consistency and repetition, not the same thing. Consistency is being able to perform on a regular basis at a expected level. So you're not just doing something over and over again, you're reproducing your results. So being consistent is not just a matter of saying, "Hey, I show up every day and I come to work." But showing up every day, getting on your job, getting on your task, and being successful at doing it, right? Continuing to reproduce your numbers at that higher level, that's consistency, different from repetition. Repetition is just tapping the bell. Boom. I'm just tapping the bell, right? I'm just ringing the bell every day. You're following this repetition, but this repetition does not require for you to necessarily show any type of a performance level, right? Doesn't ask for any type of performance level or improvement in that space, right? So that's the difference between consistency and repetition. Now, when you take consistency and repetition and then you tie those together with the other two cornerstones of discipline, you're going to have patience and perseverance. Now, patience and perseverance, they also sound like the same thing, but they're a little different. So here's the difference between patience and perseverance. Patience is the ability to be able to wait. Patience is understanding that the things that are going to happen for you and the things that you're looking to achieve are going to take time. Patience is simply saying you're going to do work. There are going to be great days, up days, down days. Remain patient, meaning do not get frustrated. Understand that there's work to be done. And when you do that, that patience will help to carry you through. Here's the fourth and final cornerstone for discipline. And this is the one that usually causes people to drop out. Patience, if you don't have it, is that thing that makes you keep changing. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to write a book. No, I'm not going to write a book. I'm going to paint. No, I'm not going to paint. I'm going to do poetry. No, I'm not going to do poetry. I'm going to do art. No, I'm not going to do art. I'm going to be a graphic designer. That is the impatience that keeps you jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. The final one is perseverance. Here's how perseverance works. Patience, right after you get to the patience part and you're like, man, maybe I should try something different because this isn't working. When you get past that and you say, hey, I'm not going to try anything different, I'm going to maintain my focus and I'm going to keep working in the way that I have been working. Now you're hitting perseverance. Persevere means when you get to those times when it truly becomes challenging, when you get to the point where it's like, I don't know if I can keep going. Like, I got bills, this is getting hard. I started my channel, I'm not getting the same number of responses. Like, people, man, I've been doing this for 4 months. Like, why am I not gold yet? That is where you have to persevere. It is the perseverance. It's that point when you start to persevere that now your discipline starts to kick in, because the discipline is the thing that tells you when there is no motivation, when yesterday was tough and the day before that was tougher than that, when you get to the point where there are not 1,000 people, when your last short only got 13 views, when you get to the point where all those things that you've been looking to have happen for you have started to happen and now they're declining, and you've hit a setback and you can't find the content, and it doesn't seem like people are interested, and maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, and now there's a lot of haters on my channel and they're telling me how bad I am, and they're telling me how I can't get it done, and I don't understand, and my analytics just dropped 500 people off of my page. All of those things that are there for you to persevere, to make it through, is when that discipline kicks in. And discipline is the thing that tells you when there is no motivation, when there are no fans, when there are no people, when there is no space, when you are silent at night, sitting there trying to figure out what to do next. Your discipline says you do what we've agreed to do. And we're going to follow these steps. We're going to be consistent. We're going to show the repetition. We're going to be patient, and we're going to persevere. And those four cornerstones of discipline builds the foundation upon which you will build success and mastery. The goal is to always hit success and mastery. And how do we get to success and mastery? You will usually hit success before you hit mastery. So, what does this mean? It means when you get there, you continue to work, people. Continue to work. Discipline is the tool that you can point at any job, and it will allow for you to get it done. Follow these simple steps, guys. I have a beautiful method that's called the discipline dividend that you can use to help you develop these tools and develop these skill sets. Please check more information. Also, check the bio for the channel. Like, subscribe, share, comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to share them. Remember, consistency, repetition, patience, and perseverance, the cornerstones for discipline upon which the foundation is set to build success and mastery, guys. You guys take care. Have a great weekend. It was a pleasure talking to you. Peace.